noise. Hello, podcasters, and welcome to another episode of the Deep Time Podcast. Today I am joined by Caro.
Hello.
And that's literally it, because nobody else could be bothered to watch this with us.
I just realized it'll be like
as
two episodes in a row without anyone other than the two of us. Sorry to interject.
No. It's interesting. We've certainly cut down on cast members.
That we have.
As you can already tell, it's about the newest Netflix television show at the time of this recording, Camp Cretaceous. Which is obviously a prequel, midquel, sequel of Jurassic World.
Mm-hmm.
Starting right before the events of the movie, taking place during the movie, and ending just a little after it. And yeah, it's been pretty hyped up. Like the starting to work more into this expanded universe sort of stuff for the Jurassic World series. We already had the evolution of Claire in terms of novels, and now this.
Oh yeah, and Battle at Big Rock.
Oh yeah, and Battle at Big Rock. So yeah, trying to build up Jurassic World as this more like MCU sort of universe, almost.
Yeah.
Which I have mixed opinions on. But anyways, yeah, this is like
I would say more like Star Wars, with a main franchise and then lots of shit branching off.
Also fair, yeah.
But yeah, mixed opinions here too.
Very mixed opinions. And yeah, we're gonna split it in two parts. Just so you know, we're gonna start with a spoiler-free part where just voice our basic thoughts and what we thought of the show and opinions and stuff. Before jumping into the spoiler-heavy second half of the video, we'll discuss the episodes in detail and things we found were pretty bloody stupid.
Yep.
And we'll maybe rip a little bit into the show. I mean, you'll see based on our opinions that it's almost lovingly at times. I mean, I didn't mind the show that much, even if I will make a lot of fun of it. But yeah, I think we can just get into the main part now.
Yep.
So it's a show with 8 episodes, I think.
Yep. 24 minutes each-ish. About 20 minutes, really.
Yeah, and the basic plot is that Jurassic World is opening a new, like, a children's camp, adventure camp, and is having its first sort of test audience, a bunch of guys and girls which are just there for different reasons. We've got one kid who won a game, one that sponsored a rich kid, and basically obviously this is shortly before Jurassic World, and shit goes down. And that's basically the plot of the show.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be entirely honest, when I first saw the teaser trailer and everything, I was incredibly skeptical. They had like this teaser of the raptor in the grass, which was like looking at the camera menacingly and pouncing. And from the start, I thought, it's not gonna look that great. And guess who was right? Okay, in fairness, it doesn't look... Okay, there's a very notable difference.
Yeah.
The models are still incredibly detailed by comparison to the
dinosaur models.
I was gonna say by comparison to the human models.
Yeah.
Which are, on the other hand, very simplistic. Which honestly is still one of my biggest gripes. It doesn't really mesh all that well. Better than I expected, and certainly a lot better than what it would have been if they had gone as detailed as in the teaser trailer.
Yeah.
But there's also a dissonance between the human characters and how really bloody detailed the dinosaurs are.
Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, I will say, I'll fully admit, it worked better than I was expecting it, but it's still very noticeable in the human designs. Especially the background characters are just not good at all.
Yeah.
I mean, even Doctor Wu looks
God,
kind of
yeah.
crap, like shriveled up Elon Musk.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, story is simplistic as expected. It's like Jurassic Park 3, Jurassic World, kind of simple. People go on the island, shit happens. Oh no, we gotta escape.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I thought the
characters
pacing
are
was
mixed
very off
bag.
though. Characters, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Characters were
The
better than
pacing
I
it
expected
was
though.
weird because
We're completely talking at odds, aren't we?
no, I can definitely see where you're coming from. With the pacing, it's I said it was just weird because you have like the first 3 episodes, which are just. I suppose you have to kind of build the character before you put them in peril. But you have like 3 episodes which are just basic kid show camp stuff. Oh, we're getting in so much hijinks, haha. And then you suddenly have like a massive tonal shift halfway through.
Yeah. But we'll get more into that with spoilers.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought it definitely improved halfway through the show. But the first 3 episodes are definitely the hardest to get through.
Definitely, yeah. Characters were better than I expected, actually.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. I mean, again, with the poster they dropped and everything, you kind of expected very basic archetypes, which we did get, but they kind of worked on them as the show went on.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a character that's basically an e-girl Instagram influencer sort of type, and the first 3 episodes you fucking hate her. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, once shit hits the fan, it actually improves a lot, and that can be said for most of the characters. I feel.
Yeah.
Except Sammy and what was her name again? The sports one.
Yasmina.
Yasmina, yeah, because they don't really do anything interesting
Yeah.
as characters. But yeah, it wasn't as annoying as I was expecting them to be, which again is a plus in my book.
Yep.
Humor again started off very weak. We had like non-stop throwing up vomit jokes in the first episodes,
God, yeah.
which completely dissipate as it goes on.
Yeah.
What else is spoiler free which we can talk about?
Not much else.
I thought it was mixed bag in terms of how much it tied into the movie.
Oh yeah, that will get more into the spoilers, but yeah,
I'm just saying, basically, some of the connections were handled pretty well in my opinion, and others were just way too blunt and common.
Yep.
But I mean, just as an overall thought, I thought this was a fine show. It definitely exceeded my expectations, as low as they were. And I mean, if you're willing to watch a Jurassic Park based, which is basically a kids show, go for it. I honestly don't regret watching it. I wouldn't say it has reached the same potential as some other kids shows have in terms of mature storytelling. It's not
definitely not.
It's not a new Gravity Falls or Over the Garden Wall or with a more recent example, not even Owl House level of what's going on and intrigue and stuff. It's fairly basic for the most, but still it's solid. I can recommend it. So your thoughts? Yeah.
It did exceed my expectations. I'll give it that. But my expectations were also very low to begin with. So overall, I would say the show has a lot of moments of potential in it. There's some choices I really like, but there's a lot of stuff that drags it down. And I'm just gonna say is that if the show was shorter, I feel it would have been much better. Much, but it's just a bit of a mess in my eyes.
Yeah, I think the entire elements you just cut out entirely and nothing's lost.
Absolutely. Should have been much shorter. Do I recommend it if you've got a kid who likes dinosaurs? Yeah, recommend it. If you are a kid who likes dinosaurs, stop watching the podcast. This is 13 plus. If you even if you just enjoy the Jurassic Park franchise and want to check it out, do, because it isn't a waste of time. Yeah. I don't get everyone binging it, I'll say that much. I don't think it was particularly bingeable, but that's another thing. And it's interesting, and I enjoyed parts of it. So slightly subpar for me, but not compared to my initial expectations. Compared to like the standard of good shows. So I'm not being very clear with this, but I'd recommend it. Basically, at the end of the day, even though I wouldn't say
It's really your cup of tea.
It wasn't really my cup of tea, but it's better than the Jurassic World films. I'll put it like that. By the standard of the Jurassic World films, it's well above par, I thought.
Yeah, I agree. It's like, in my opinion, better at Big Rock than I would say Camp Cretaceous, Jurassic World, and then Let the Bottom Fallen Kingdom.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Yeah, that's all I have to say, really.
Yeah, I think it's really all we can say without giving away too much. So if you still haven't watched it, it's on Netflix. It's really not that long.
3 hours of your time, 3.5 hours?
Something like that, yeah. It's just 8 24-minute episodes, which is... It's not long. And
yeah, it's like 2 hours 20, 3 hours 20 or something. So
yeah, from this point onward, I think we're just gonna dive into episode from episode. A little bit
spoilers ahead.
Yeah, spoilers ahead, of course. Maybe you haven't watched it and don't want it spoiled. Close the video and come back later. Come back later. Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on you.
Yeah.
And if you have seen it or don't care for spoilers, stick around, because this is probably going to be the larger part of the video now.
Oh, definitely.
So, last warning, good. Camp Cretaceous, episode 1, also titled Camp Cretaceous.
Originality is through the roof as we hit the ground running.
Yeah. Also, I've got the plot summary pulled up here on the Jurassic Wiki.
Perfect.
Yeah. Basically, we are kicked off into sort of almost dream scene. It's a video game, which introduces us to our main character, Darius, who is a bad kid with some issues in his family. His dad suffers from chronic Disney syndrome.
Oh, yeah.
Also known as he's fucking dead. It's something that gets more explored throughout the series, but basically sits there and he plays this game, and whoever beats the game first apparently gets a free ticket to Camp Cretaceous. I'm not sure how that makes sense, or how they made a game that's literally unbeatable, yet so easily beaten.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's confusing because it's like this entire idea hinges on the fact that you can't really beat the game unless you're like apparently some video game wizard. But at the same time, the camp is meant for children.
Yeah. Yeah, like, what would happen if like some fucking 30-year-old guy just got the game, won that? Does he get to go to camp?
I don't know. It's just some 30-year-old neck. He's like, actually.
Yeah. See, that I'd watch.
But it would have been interesting if it had just been a bunch of kids and there's one neck video. Actually, Velociraptor should have had feathers.
Yeah.
I would have enjoyed that because, they could have called it out actually in the show, but I guess not. Everyone just goes along with it, even the Dino Nerd.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, it's a game and you have to find the bloody vocal chamber MacGuffin from Jurassic Park 3 in like a pile of bones, which you have to use to defeat the raptors. And it's like an homage to originally they just send them against the T-Rex in the game, which I thought were nice nods to the movies.
It was fine, yeah.
I mean, I thought it was pretty bold that they actually bring back the fucking the vocal chamber from Jurassic Park 3.
Yeah.
Made no sense why it would be in a pile of bones, given that it's a 3D print of soft tissue in the movie, but, you know, video game logic, I guess.
True.
Video game logic.
And so he wins the game, Darius, and he gets to go to the island where
he meets all the other supporting characters.
Who are the kids?
Yeah, we've got 6 kids, 2 park camp
counselors.
Thank you. So yeah, Darius is the main character, obviously. African American, which I found was actually really cool.
Yeah.
I think cast general is pretty diverse, actually, because you also got Kenji, who is Asian, and who constantly kept referring to his dad and how he's like a VIP and he knows everything about the park. And I thought it was going to be like a plot twist that he was related to Wu somehow. He's not. I don't know. They just decided to be like really vague about his connection to Jurassic Park, apparently.
Yeah, Jurassic World.
Jurassic World.
Yeah.
Honestly, out of the kids, Kenji is probably my favorite character, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm impressed how they did that. I think his evolution from stereotype to complex character.
He starts with this very like macho kind of frat boy character. He also, from the beginning, looks older than all the others. He looks like he's 20 or something.
Oh, definitely.
But yeah, he actually becomes really enjoyable over time. You have Ben, who's a generic sort of germaphobe character.
I will say though, when they're not doing the whole generic, oh, he's scared and running around, I thought he had some moments of entertainment.
Oh yeah.
But they relied too much on, oh, he's scared and running around, oh, he's thrown out.
I mean, I thought the moments he had with Bumpy were just fucking wholesome as shit.
Oh yeah, that actually.
It was adorable as hell, and then they just went back to germaphobe.
Yeah.
Which was annoying, but they also have this moment later in the show with trying to develop a character and just feels so sudden and forced. We'll get to that. You got Brooklyn, who's your kind of e-girl influencer. Again, you think she's gonna be really annoying, and she is in the first couple of episodes with, repeat it again, I'm filming it for my vlog and my fans, and that, but it gets a lot more bearable actually later on.
Yeah.
And then you've got Sammy and Yasmina, which are just non-character. There's like Yasmina is like supposed to be as like sport prodigy kinda who is sponsored by Jurassic World, which is why she gets to go to the park, to the camp. But she really doesn't do anything. Like there's nothing really that ties into her doing sports because she gets her leg broken later on. There's like one episode that's weird that she likes to draw, but that goes nowhere. And for most of the show, she's just kind of a pointless recluse who doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
And then you got Sammy, who is from a ranch in Tech. She's the one character I still don't get why she's there.
What do you mean? I mean, she got sent by...
Yeah, but...
evil organization.
Yeah, the evil... She's like a corporate spy who has to spy for this Manta Corp corporation, which I really don't care about. Why would I care about this random genetics company that was only invented for this movie?
Well,
isn't it for the show? Is it confirmed that we're going? I mean, it is confirmed we're getting Biosyn for Jurassic World Dominion, right?
No, I don't think so. They just said another evil organization. It could I think it's Manticore in Jurassic World 3.
Okay, if it's Manticore, then I think it's okay. Then I can see it being justified. But as of right now,
I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be setting up Jurassic
if it's really setting it up, then okay, I won't say a thing. If it's not, then it just feels pointless, to be honest.
Yeah, but I'm like willing to
Honestly, it's
bet
not even like the show.
it's gonna be
It's
magical.
not really even going anywhere. It's just like, oh yeah, she takes like a probe
Oh yeah,
from
it goes
a
nowhere.
Triceratops, and then she steals Brooklyn's phone, which gets destroyed in the process, and kind of gets like some intergroup drama. But other than
Yeah,
that,
the
it
fucking
goes nowhere.
stupidest. The
It's
stupid
resolved like
intergroup drama.
halfway through the show. They had like, oh, liar revealed, and after just let's be mad at Sammy until the end.
Well, no, not halfway through the show. Halfway through the interesting half of the show.
I thought it was like right after the Indominus breakout that they find out about this, wasn't it? Wait, hang on.
No, it's right after Eddie. It's as the driving.
Okay, wait, yeah, it's episode 6. It happens in episode 6. Okay, my mistake.
Yeah. End of episode 5.
Yeah, okay. During the drive, Sammy reveals that she stole Brooklyn's phone, causing Jess to crash the van. Sammy reveals to the group that she's been working for a spy. 5. Yeah, but it really doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
It's not even really a justification. The phone could have been broken in any other way, so...
Definitely.
Yeah, I still don't see how it ties in, because just because the rival company says, oh, you have to go to Camp Cretaceous, I don't see how this suddenly just creates a ticket to the camp out of thin air.
Yeah.
Like most of the others, like Jasmine is sponsored. Brooklyn is a bloody influencer. It's stupid, but okay. Guess she has a big audience. Kenji is rich. Ben's mom works directly for Masrani. And Darius won the game. And just, oh yeah, the rival company said she has to go there, so she now has tickets to Camp Cretaceous for some reason.
Yeah.
There is the excuse that her family provides meat for Jurassic World, but
right.
a lot of iffy stuff about that too, because like they're going out of business, but they provide for Jurassic World. Okay, if they're going out of business, why? If they provide for Jurassic World, how are they going out of business?
That is true. Yeah.
Is it because Masrani is not paying them, making it shitty for them? Then why does she get the ticket? Okay. Maybe they're going out of business because they're just a small company that supplies to a big supplier, which supplies to Jurassic World. Then why does she get the ticket?
Yeah.
She's like the one character with really convoluted reason to be there that's not really resolved. All that's great in my opinion. So
yeah.
Camp Counselors, you got Dave, who's literally just Spider-Verse Peter Parker.
Yeah.
And Roxy, who literally everyone is simping at the moment.
Yeah.
Which are really cool characters. Honestly, yeah, along with Kenji, probably my favorite characters in the show.
Yeah, and it's a big shame that after episode 4 they basically disappear.
Yeah, sadly.
They're completely useless. It's not even a reunion, they're just there.
Yeah, I'm hoping it will be like the rescue in season 2 or something, but
but like no. If you're
want
gonna drag out for so long them trying to meet the kids, you need at least some meeting of the kids and then separate them again. Sure. If you want just the kids at the last episode. But you need to have some other interaction.
Anyways, yeah, they had great character moments, really enjoyable humor, but kinda underused in the later half of the show.
Definitely.
Yeah, everyone gets to the park, they meet the counselors, there's like a compy they have to capture. And then Kenji, Darius, and Brooklyn sneak out to go to the quote-unquote compy paddock, which is actually the Velociraptor paddock.
Yeah.
And Kenji throws her phone into the paddock and goes to get it. And hijinks ensues, and somehow the raptors get to Kenji, and he gets rescued last minute.
Yeah.
And it's stupid. It's really stupid.
It's... I mean, it's just stupid, and... no, the stupid thing is that they pull that stunt, and then they're just let to stay in the camp.
Yeah, that's easily one of the most unrealistic moments, except for Eddie later on. Just, seriously, they fucking sneak away and break into the raptor paddock, and he's nearly eaten by a raptor, and you're really gonna keep him in the fuck... This is lawsuit levels of child endangerment. Like, I'm convinced, yeah? They should have been sent away immediately, but even giving them, like, benefit of the doubt, they get to stay for the rest of the camp duration. The camp's gonna get closed down the next year. If this wouldn't have gone to shit, the camp wouldn't have been a thing. Because it would have realized it's too dangerous to have a bunch of fucking kids running around the park with dinosaurs. More why it's stupid in the next episodes, because this is...
Yeah, I mean, let's just go on to the next episode. I don't think there's much more to say.
There's nothing else to say about this one anymore.
Wait. Is it episode 1 where we get the fucking mixed herd and the zip line?
Wait, hang on. Where's the camp? Curfew? Night? I don't think so, no.
Isn't it at sunset or something when they meet the big herd of dinosaurs?
I mean, you might as well mention it now.
I'm just looking it up as I have the thing open now. Yeah, it is. It's in episode 1. They go up to the tower with a zipline, Chekhov's zipline, and I'm so pissed that the big introduction is the mixed herd that recurs in the show. Why couldn't it just have been the Brax? It's just, it took me out of it. That's just the first dinosaurs you see, and it's all of them.
Yeah.
I thought that's actually a major gripe I have with the show. They did not build it up at all. You could have had the exact same amount of majesty just with the Brachiosaurs, and then save the rest of the dinosaurs for when they meet the herd again later. You don't need all of that. And also, I think it's just stupid that you'd have a mixed herd of Brachiosaurs and animals so much shorter, because you're just occupying all completely different biospheres at that point.
And no, it's weird because like even the movies, at least the first get that with Jurassic Park, the first major introduction is the Brachiosaurus. Spend some time on it and then pans to the lagoon with the Parasaurolophus and stuff. And also Lost World, you start off with Stegosaurus and then you get the big hunting ground.
Exactly.
They don't throw everything at you immediately, but what annoyed me a little bit more is the color variation. Because Jurassic World designs always had kind of an issue with being bland.
Yeah.
Which surprisingly, Fallen Kingdom managed to fix. One of the few good things I can say about the movie.
True.
Because I thought Sinoceratops looked great, and the Carnos had two very distinct designs, while still obviously being in the same kind of ballpark.
Yeah.
But in this one, they have the big cut, and you see this one Stegosaurus, which looks just like the movie ones. You have one that has stripes, you have one who has spots. Like, yeah, sure, Wu used cosmetic genes to make them look more arid, but like, can we just have a consistent look for it?
Right.
I
just that. Yeah.
So weirdly thrown together. Stripes, spots.
Yeah.
Fuck consistency.
Yeah.
Let's just throw everything in there. I don't know. Just fell off. But yeah, I think that's it for episode 1. Episode 2, Secrets. Oh, thank you, Jurassic Park Wiki. You don't actually have the plot summary for the rest. Fuck off.
Okay, so episode 2 is the one where they go to evil Dr. Wu's lab.
Yeah, Darius and Kenji have to shovel poop.
Yeah, because that's the big punishment for almost getting eaten by raptors.
It doesn't even make... It's just nonsense on so many levels, so they get to stay, but they shovel poop.
Also, can I also say, yes, your big punishment for the two kids that snuck out alone is to leave them by themselves in the forest.
Yes.
That's how you're gonna punish.
What could possibly go wrong? They do the exact same thing again.
Yeah. So yeah, so while the other kids are at Dr. Wu's lab, Kenji and Darius sneak in towards the... They use the tunnels to get closer to the Carnotaurus pen.
Yeah.
But obviously the tunnel opens up inside the Carnotaurus pen for some reason.
I don't know. I still don't get how the tunnels work, because how do you open those from the outside if they're like hidden under fake rocks? Is there some sort of button? They never explained it.
Yeah.
Just a rock that opens up and there's a tunnel underneath. Why?
Yeah. So they do that. They get into the
It's just, I don't know.
Carno pen, get attacked by the Carno, who they nicknamed Toro. I hate the nickname personally for what becomes a major antagonist of the show. I know you disagree with me there, Armin.
Yeah, I think it's just fine. It's kind of a generic name. Yeah, Bull, Toro. But it works well enough. It's honestly, I think it's so much better than the production nicknames like the other dinosaurs had. Like, people now call Indominus Darcy because apparently she was called that on set, and they think it's idiotic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, like Indominus, like the Indominus Rex or not, calling her Darcy just takes away any perception of threat she has.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't get why people just do it because, oh, we know the name behind the scenes, so we gotta.
I mean, you have the same thing with Godzilla King of the Monsters. I mean, the heads of Ghidorah.
Yeah, I can see that one a little bit more because.
Yeah, because you
Like,
didn't want to differentiate them. But
the Japanese names work well enough. They don't seem childish or anything. With Kevin, it's more like for the memes.
yeah.
Like, you just say Kevin because it's a meme at this point. With Indominus,
Okay.
it's just Darcy because, I don't know, Darcy.
Yeah.
And yeah, I didn't think the name was that distracting for me personally. I suppose it's up to taste. They mention turn radius and everything with Carnotaurus, so it falls over once a zigzag.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's a nice detail. They have like multiple parts that just refer to papers. Like, you have Theropod's face biting directly name dropped in the show.
Yeah.
Except that in this continuity, Dr. Grant was the author or co-author or something.
Who published the Tyrannosaurus
I
face
don't
biting?
remember.
It's like it would be cool if that was Curry, since Curry is cited as the inspiration for Grant.
Face biting inhuman Tyrannosaurus and behavioral. Joseph E. Patterson, Michael D. Henderson, Reed P. Shearer, Christopher P. Vittore.
Oh, right.
I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry. But it's not Curry. No.
Okay.
Right? Oh wait, head biting behavior in theropod dinosaurs. Philip J. Curry.
Oh.
But this one is the one from 1998. This one is the old one.
Oh, okay.
The new one from 2009 is not by Curry.
Okay.
Which is specifically about face biting and juvenile Tyrannosaurus.
Oh, I mean, isn't face biting that's the one on Jane, isn't it?
I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah.
BMRP 2002.4.1.
That's the Jane paper. Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah.
I'm not good at specimen numbers.
Well, yeah.
I can't remember that stuff.
Yeah.
No, I have nice references like that in there. They name drop Anchiornis at some point.
Yeah. Which is cool.
Yeah. But yeah, they do that. Meanwhile, all the others are in the lab with Dr. Wu.
Yeah.
We're introduced to, well, one, Dr. Wu. Just keep saying Dr. Who. Jesus Christ. Who looks like shriveled up Elon Musk. He's such a bloody cartoon villain in this series. It's baffling.
I mean, that's the fault of all the Jurassic World media,
yeah, but it's even more extreme in here.
Yeah.
And you also get Bumpy, the Ankylosaur.
Yeah.
Which hatches apparently incredibly fast.
Well, hatches and grows incredibly fast.
Yeah. Well, only the first day. After it stops growing.
Yeah.
Which again is like, I'm not really a fan of it. Because it just feels like a plot when they're introduced, so they have like, oh, we can have meet Bumpy when she hatches. But then when she meets him later, she can be big enough to actually matter. And that's the extent of it. It's just, oh, she shouldn't have hatched now. Oh, she's asymmetrical. Oh, the growth isn't right. And oh, something's going on. It's like, yeah, but it feels pointless because we all already know that the park is going to shit for different reasons. So the dinosaurs being genetically unstable and growing too fast doesn't really matter to us. It's not like an original JP where they have like all this breeding stuff, and we know that, oh shit, that might factor into why the park is dangerous. Because we already know that it isn't going anywhere. It's just kind of a plot point to get Bumpy to grow faster till they need her. And at that point, it's kind of forgotten about.
Yep.
Anyways, Brooklyn sneaks behind the scenes to get sneak peeks for her followers and discovers the Indominus Rex blueprints, which are scribbled on a bloody whiteboard.
Yeah.
Doctor Who, Jesus Christ! Doctor Who. Head geneticist of Jurassic World, top secret, all these computers, all this data that nobody must know about. Just says Indominus Rex on a whiteboard in some room one can easily break into.
Yeah.
All the genetic information pointing to it.
Yeah.
Anyways, she tries to open the files on the computer, which was like I think it was meant to be a red herring. It says, why would you do that? Like, I'm sure Instagram followers really care about the DNA info of dinosaurs. And she also Sammy behind the scenes, and Wu catches them, and Wu gets really mad. And then he kicks them out.
And then also they meet up with Kenji and Darius, who have escaped and don't say anything to the counselors. And so everyone's fine and dandy.
Because it is an episode just stupid, kind of, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a rather stupid episode, and
it's just the same things, because
the only important point in this one is introducing Toro
and Bumpy, I guess.
Yeah, but that should have been done instead of the raptors. You can't have both them fall into the raptor enclosure and narrowly escape, and then have them
it's just
wandering.
Own scenes again and again, like episode 1. Oh, they somehow end up in the raptor pen and are attacked. Episode 2. Oh, they somehow end up in the Carnotaurus paddock and are attacked.
Yeah.
And it's sadly a trend that goes throughout the entire show.
Yeah.
They just have things they already did and just repeat it.
Yep.
Episode 3, the cattle drive. Now, this one is, I think, in terms of actually mattering to the story, this one might just be the worst. Because at least 1 and 2 introduce some ideas, but 3 really does nothing. It's just such a pointless side story.
Yeah. There's just a cattle drive, a storm.
Yeah, and then they just try to get a Sinoceratops that test straight from the herd. And they fuck it up, and they have to, survive. 2 of them end in the quicksand. A couple of them get stuck somewhere, and just have to work together to free them from the mud, and then bring the Sinoceratops back.
Yeah.
It had some good comedy, I'll say that. They put Kenji and Ben in the same gyrosphere, and Kenji's face was fucking glorious.
Kenji's face, that was I think the highlight, honestly, in terms of comedy of the show.
In terms of comedy, it's definitely my favorite moment. Yeah. But yeah, kids are stupid. Kids cause a stampede. Yeah, and bonding time. They all get along now.
The only thing this contributes is, of course, the video of Sammy taking the skin sample, although ultimately that arc really goes nowhere, so there's no point to that either.
Yeah, like I just said, at the end, Brooklyn looks at the videos she made during this, and she sees how Sammy somehow puts a cotton swab inside the mouth of the Sinoceratops. And yeah, I guess she's collecting DNA for a rival company and stuff. Yeah. That's really it. Was happening. They had the Parasaurolophus jump around onto a car.
Oh god, yeah.
That was not a good line. No, wait, no, that's later. Never mind.
Okay. So episode 4?
Things fall apart. Guys, you're meant to make up titles, not just take the plot summary and put it instead of the title.
Yeah. Yeah, the titles are a bit stupid in the show.
Yeah, the group
Honestly,
is alone, Roxy and Dave go and do something.
They have to go. What is it that they're asking? There's something they needed to do. I know at some point, I think it might have been out of the previous episode or this one, there's also reference to Claire's nephews wanting to go.
And how like they're meant to go to the camp, but because everyone else is fucking chaos incarnate, they actually can't allow that. I think this might just be the reason for this one, where they just want to tell Claire this can't happen, but she won't pick up the phone.
Presumably because this is also the time in which she is on the phone calling the people to tell them the Indominus has camouflaged itself while also driving away for no reason instead of just calling. It's stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the episode where basically the series starts aligning with the film.
Yeah.
Also
it doesn't still make sense because did they ever give an explanation why they both had to go?
Oh, of course not. No, but that's just part of the course in Jurassic World.
Yeah.
Franchise. I mean, that just.
Anyways, the kids get bored and let's go to the observation tower. At first there's like some drama because Brooklyn can't find her phone, and she definitely accuses Sammy for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But it's obvious to us how she knows that she's taking DNA from the Sinoceratops. I don't know. I guess she's just smarter than you give her credit for. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah.
But yeah, someone exactly knows what's going on. She immediately blames Sammy. They all get into an argument, and they just go to the watchtower.
Yeah, and then you get the Indominus' appearance.
Yeah.
Which has been foreshadowed a bit. I mean, when they leave the place that they've been told to stay in, the treehouse by the counselors, you get the radio saying acid out of containment. So this is the episode where the series starts lining up with the film.
Yeah.
Also known as this is the episode that really should have been episode 2.
Oh yeah, I agreed.
Like, this is what we should have been getting. Now, I'll get back to it later as well once we've gone through the episodes, why I think this problem may arise. But yeah, so they go, and I don't know about you, I have very mixed feelings about the Indominus' appearance.
Yeah.
On the one hand, it's kind of cool because it's introduced with the Brachiosaurus walking, and then the Brachiosaurus is just toppled over by the off-screen Indominus. But on the other hand, that's fucking stupid. There's no way, like, I know the Indominus is meant to be this big killer thing. Brachiosaurus is like 30 tons.
Honestly, they could have made it a Apatosaurus, and it would have actually tied more into the movie.
Yeah, why the fuck is Apatosaurus not in the show?
Yeah, they even call attention to it.
Yeah, they call attention to they're out of there.
No, wait, yeah. Was the Apatosaurus was out of the range, or was it a Brachiosaurus?
That was the Apatosaurus, I think, that are out of the range. That's why they're dead, I think. Or is that not? I don't know.
There was also this, look, there's Brontosaurus. No, they actually don't have them. It's a common misconception, but again, they don't even have the Apatosaurus in that scene, so I don't know.
I wonder if the point is that, like, the Brachiosaurus herd is meant to be, and the Sinoceratops is meant to be, like, on the other side of the island, which is why we don't see them in Jurassic World, and the Apatosaurus are on the other side, which is why we do.
Yeah, but we still see the Stegosaurus and the Triceratops and Parasaurolophus with the
and Ankylosaurus and Ankylosaurus. And we even get to later on
The
the
Yankees
actual
went away
supremacy.
from the other group, to be honest. The Yankees went with no particular group
Okay, yeah, true.
in the movie, at least. But yeah, I
Right.
mean, like, apparently, I don't know, maybe they have like two herds, one with the Apatosaurus and one with the Brachiosaurus, and the rest of the animals are just interchangeable.
Yeah. Which is daft, since the Brachiosaurus doesn't sound like it would form herds with any other animal, since they don't eat the same thing and they don't have predators. So there's
Yeah.
no reason why a Brachiosaurus would want to be in a mixed animal herd.
Anyways, Indominus then kills two random Jurassic World guards who somehow wanted to get off the tower, which also seems pretty daft. Kids, come down here to the ground where the dinosaur is.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, afterwards, Indominus immediately started taking down the tower, which apparently wasn't fixed into the ground with a foundation.
Yeah.
That's really shitty architecture, but it was a really flimsy tower.
Yeah.
Like, even without Indominus, if like you would have pissed off Brachiosaurus, that thing would have toppled the tower immediately.
Oh, definitely.
Yes, we all take the zip line and escape from Indominus, which they're gonna repeat on later. Again, they just kind of have a thing for repeating scenes.
Yeah. And that's how the episode ends, right?
Let's see, they return to the bunker, the camp is destroyed.
Oh, right.
And
oh, no, the episode ending is cool.
Okay, yeah,
like
the Indominus arrives at the Carnotaurus paddock and breaks Toro out.
That I thought was cool. I like that. And I think they should have ended the Indominus there. You've released your new antagonist for this side of the island story, and you end it there. You've brought in the Indominus, you've had your big Indominus sequence, stupid as it was, and you move on.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
No.
If it's really, Indominus gets just as many scenes as Toro does. I mean, Toro is like the definitive antagonist of this show. It was built up and everything. So I always found that the scene was really hilarious because it just looked like the Indominus was hiring a hitman on the kids for some reason.
Oh yeah, I thought they were going to pull some bullshit. It has Carnotaurus DNA. They can speak to each other now.
I mean, I assume that's the reason why it didn't kill it.
That is true.
But yeah, it looks kind of cool because it's like, oh, Toro, I'm gonna break you out. I need a favor of you. Kill the kids. And he's like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, episode 5, Happy Birthday, Eddie. Oh, yeah, this is the stupidest title because it has no bearing on the plot.
It has no bearing on the plot, but this is probably where our opinions are going to diverge. I like the Eddie subplot, even if Eddie himself is ridiculously cartoonish and painfully so. I thought the idea of bringing in a character like this, and the way they introduce him, by him just being this guy employing who has a birthday on the day, because he's introduced with Dave and Roxy being just held in waiting under lock and key for some reason, and Dave's been given a birthday card to sign for an employee for some reason. But I thought that was just an interesting way of introducing a character by their birthday being on the day, and then you meet them later on. It had potential, is all I'm saying. I thought that was an interesting method of setting up a character. And then, of course, they throw it all away.
Yeah, that's my problem. The setup, I'm kind of neutral on. I guess it's interesting. I guess in a more mature show, they could have played with how something went horribly wrong at the lab as well. Like, maybe Thomas was already and slaughtered everyone, and he's like the one guy who survived. And he's just sitting like completely traumatized amidst body parts. Obviously, you can't do this in a kids show. So, obviously, I'm not saying you should have done it. But it would have made more sense in like a more mature context because as it is, they arrive at the field lab, and Eddie's just an insane scientist of is a cartoon character. It's literally a cartoon character, and it's just so unrealistic.
He wears his birthday hat throughout the entire episode. That little party hat.
Yeah,
the whole fucking episode.
It's literally insane. And it has. How did this guy end up in basically Doctor Who's inner circle, apparently?
Yeah.
Because he clearly knows that they have done some really shady stuff. behind the scenes. So yeah, how did this nut job end in such a high-ranking position? Anyways, yeah, they had. Oh yeah, they found like the van from the ACU at some point.
Yes, they find a van from an ACU.
And the tablet that was tied to it. Again, it's kind of funny because like I imagine like maybe one or two guys got away and they just tried to flee and the van was just gone.
Yeah, true.
Anyways, yeah, they find Eddie and like a cartoon character. Eddie does Gennaro, tries to run away without the kids, tries to take the van, and immediately gets eaten by the Indominus.
Yeah. Since the Indominus is the main antagonist for this episode as well.
Yeah,
There's no other
think
dinosaur.
it's so much better if they used Toro for this. Because
I mean, you do have the... Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
you didn't need the Indominus for it because there's like no bearing the Indominus has. There's no point.
Yeah.
Could have just been easily Toro and nothing would have changed story-wise.
Yeah.
Anyways,
You also
you were
get-
going to say?
You also get another reference to the film where Roxy finds a cupboard of radios, and the radios are just, and you can hear the scene from Jurassic World where the soldiers are being slaughtered by the Indominus, and you see their life signs go off.
Oh
of
yeah,
the radios.
that was badass.
That was quite cool.
It was really cool reference. It worked really well for the story. Like I said, like we said, there are some parts that crosses over with the movie which are just done really well, work fantastically. Like this scene mentioning Second Ray, it fits really well into the setup. And you've got stuff like Indominus again, which just feels really forced.
Yep.
I will say I'm kind of conflicted on the scene because I can't tell if it's just kind of scary or kind of hilarious because like, they open the cupboard and just everyone dies. Just played so casually.
Yeah. But it works either way.
It works. I think it works. However you may see it, I think it works.
Also, there's the Indominus attacking them by the container crates, which is one of many scenes that I feel very much resemble. Is it Jurassic Park the game?
Jurassic Park the game, yeah. At the end, they have the T-Rex attack them at the docks with the crates and stuff.
Exactly. They have that, but it's also a lot of scenes where it's just characters sitting, and I feel like there should be like an X and an A button on screen that I need to press to continue the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in this case, I pressed A, and Darius hits one of the barrels or something and distracts the Indominus, which is something we'll get to again.
Yeah.
So
yeah, they escape. Sammy drops the phone tablet thingy by Brooklyn. They discover that, oh, she was the thief. And like a fucking idiot, Yasmina just looks back and crashes the van. Good job.
So now we're on to episode 6.
Wait, hang on.
I think that's it.
You don't know. I think we missed the part because when they initially... Isn't it Kenji who initially drives the van?
I think so. Kenji drives the van the first time they meet.
Yeah.
Because they meet the Indominus twice the first time.
Yeah,
and then...
Exactly, because that's where another kind of cool reference is. Because like, oh, why can't you drive it? It shouldn't be harder than the gyrosphere. And like, I think one of the characters goes,
oh, yes.
Oh yeah, but this car doesn't have... doesn't have like a joystick and Jimmy Fallon tutorial.
Yeah.
And I thought it was just such a fantastic callback.
That was great. The
Again,
Jimmy Fallon
it's
tutorial.
really hilarious.
Nonsense. Yeah.
I don't know, one of the Jimmys. I'm sure it was one Jimmy.
It was Fallon, yeah.
Okay. Late night show. They are all the same to me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, but no, I thought that was a brilliant callback to that utterly nonsense moment in Jurassic World.
I actually kind of redeemed that part, so...
Agreed, yeah.
So yeah, episode 6, Welcome to Jurassic World. Fucking hell, those titles are so awful. Episode 6, Welcome to Jurassic World. It's like a monkey with a typewriter made those.
Yep.
Yeah, Sammy now reveals how she's been working for Manticorp and backstory, oh, her farm is in trouble and that's why she did it. and her parents didn't know. And we already mentioned how Sammy doesn't really have a good reason to be in the park.
Yeah.
Other than, the company sent me. But how? Anyways, yeah. Everyone gets mad at her. Yasmina especially, which is like the only thing she ever does. She's just such a non-character. Her only two character moments are, I'm mad at Sammy now, and I get injured later.
Yeah, because like she did defend Sammy earlier, but for some reason, and now because Sammy did try and defend her, and now she feels betrayed. But it is very just.
It's handled very bluntly.
Yasmina only has one thing going for her at any given time.
Yeah.
There's only ever one thing she's doing.
It lacks that. It's just not properly built up to really fit organically. Like, if they had established more of a connection between the two, then maybe. But this way, her reaction to betrayal just feels overblown.
Yeah. And then we get the Indominus again.
Yeah, just before we get to the Indominus, surprisingly, Kenji gets surprisingly somber around this time. There's like, what does it fucking matter? It happened, we're all stranded. Maybe the same shit would have happened even if we had a phone. And he gets surprisingly mature at that point.
Yeah, no, that's kudos to them for writing. Yeah.
There's certainly characters that have much better writing than some of the others.
Definitely. And then, anyways, the Indominus shows up. So we're back to action. And I have mixed feelings about this scene. I think you do too.
Yeah, I think between the fact that them being directly in the path of the Indominus was really stupid. They have the helicopter flying after it, shooting at it.
It's the scene from Jurassic World context where the helicopter versus the
Indominus chases down the Indominus with the gun. It starts us really bluntly in the middle of the action. It's really forced, but then they have like, go, Mr. Masrani, and you see from the distance, you hear the crash, how it crashes.
Yeah, you can see
aviary.
I thought that was a very good shot.
And then they show actually how the pterosaurs fly out and how Masrani crashes himself. And I think that was handled actually really well, in my opinion. Like, this is again, they have a different angle to it. You see it from a distance, you see how the characters react, and that's a nod that works really well, in my opinion.
Yeah, so just should have been done much better in the introduction, bringing the characters to that point. Yeah.
Again, if you had cut out the entire bit where they like are immediately in front of the Indominus, that just shown them seeing the helicopter, it would have been so much more effective. Pteranodon escape, they chase them down in a really short oh yeah, by the way, Bumpy joins them at some point.
Oh right, yeah, we fucking forgot about that.
Bumpy, and Bumpy does nothing except being cute and kind of slowing them down.
Yeah.
But Bumpy's hella cute, so it's excusable.
Yeah. So they go to they manage to get into the underground river system.
Yeah.
And they get kayaks, 2-person a kayak.
I think someone pointed out how they aren't really. I think Goji on Twitter pointed out they aren't really kayaks, they're more like canoes.
But canoes are one person, aren't they? Or is that which one's the one person?
No, canoes are like the ones that are open all the way. And kayaks are the ones which are one person and double paddle. Where you have one paddle on each side, I think. I mean, I'm sure there are like kayaks, multiple people, but
true. It is a canoe. It's not a kayak. You are correct.
I mean, I'm just saying what Goshi said. Otherwise, I wouldn't have noticed either.
Yeah.
But yeah, now they're underground, so I suppose this is what would connect to the Jungle Cruise River. We see in Jurassic World.
In theory.
Yeah. Just spend a bunch of time down in the cave. It's dark and stuff. Kenji has a pair of sunglasses for some reason.
Yeah. And then they discover the bioluminescent fungi on the walls.
Yeah, and then they have the bioluminescent parasaurolophus.
Yeah.
Again, mixed bag. I was really apprehensive when I saw it in the trailer. They do now explain, it must be like some sort of fluorescent gene that Dr. Wu modified them with or something. So it's not meant to be naturally,
Yeah.
which I can live. I still think it looks kind of daft. Just
Yeah.
it's mixed up because I do appreciate they try to make it the most majestic, quote unquote, scene. Like, oh look, there's still beauty to dinosaurs even after all this horror and stuff.
And yeah, I think they fail at that. I think they should have done that better, because then you have that for a few minutes, and then the Parasaurolophers just start beating up the canoes. And I thought that was just daft. Like, why do the paras need to do that? Like, I'm all for herbivores being badass, absolutely. But this is the one moment of majesty
It was a really forced transition.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes from, oh look how majestic they are, to they are being unreasonably aggressive. It's not like with the Stegosaurus in Jurassic in Lost World, where it's like an actual cause for them to go mad after being the majestic creatures they are.
Definitely.
It's just, I don't know, Bumpy screams at them and somehow they get offended. I guess Bumpy was just throwing racial slurs at them or something.
Yeah.
Also, Bumpy is cancelled for being a racist.
Definitely. But yeah, now we get to the really stupid part, though. This is, I think, one of the stupidest parts of the show.
Think the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, how the lagoon somehow leads directly into the ocean. even if it's via a river, it's stupid, okay? Like, there should be no way you would connect a massive gate to the Moser lagoon to the open ocean.
Yeah.
I don't care what you say. Yes, there's a river connecting them or something. Doesn't matter, it's stupid. And it's the same thing here, basically, because the Parasaurus flee, and the Cretaceous, in front of them is a waterfall. Why is there a waterfall in the middle of, like, this chill kayak thing? I don't know. Like, okay, before you say, oh, maybe it's like an adventure ride. Like, oh, strap in, this is gonna get wet. Okay, I could accept it. Except that the fucking waterfall leads direct into the Mosasaur lagoon.
Yeah, so it's like it has this fork. And why would you construct a fork in your underground one, where one of them presumably leads, like you said, to the river ride or whatever?
Yeah.
And the other one, oh, that's just death.
Some other people said, oh no, it's actually a drainage tunnel or something.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, why would you need a drainage tunnel for something that's a flowing river, first of all? Like, doesn't it drain into wherever the river cruise ends? Secondly, why isn't there like a gate or a crate or something over it?
There's one gate. There is one gate that's broken. Somehow. I think that there's one shot you can make out a gate that's broken.
Bars would make so much more sense because the water could just flow through all the time.
It is, but it's broken. How do you even break?
I don't know. It makes no sense, especially since later on we see how everything is literally shutting down because of the Indominus. With all the gates closed.
Let me share a screenshot. I've got one up now.
Okay, let's see it.
This is very low quality because of how dark the. So you can see on the sides there's a bit of like what appears to be a gate.
I guess.
But it's stupid, and why is it just... I mean, this is your Mosasaurus exhibit on one end. On the other end, the River Rapids exhibit. Why is there just a flimsy gate? And why is there even a connection? It's just stupid.
I don't know, it's just... Oh, God. Those are the moments that kind of make you a little bit mad at the show. It's like this, the bloody flimsy-ass tower they had. Just...
Yeah.
Who allowed this to be constructed? This is not safe. How the fuck did this get past anyone for this long? Anyways, in the Mosasaur lagoon, Mosasaur shows up, goes after the canoes, kayaks, whatever. Most of them make it out. Yes, Mina just sort of sacrificed herself. She just stands in the middle, like at some... What was it again? It was connected to the feeding thing, but I don't know. I guess it was or something. But she just hits the metal to attract the Mosasaur.
I wonder where I've seen that before.
I don't think you mentioned it actually.
I did. I mentioned Darius does that exact same thing to distract the Indominus. He takes up a stick, beats the thing, distracts the Indominus when they're at the crates.
No, I don't think you mentioned that actually.
I did. I mentioned that. I mentioned we'll see that later. You can play back the episode.
Okay, fine, I believe.
Positively mentioned. They reuse the exact same bit of character hits a bit of metal to distract the large predator.
Yeah. Like again, you could pull this off if you establish it in a friendlier context early on, but you just repeat the scene.
Yeah.
Like if it had shown like, oh, they are like at a paddock and I don't know, the dinosaur doesn't want to come out. Let's say that. It's just you have Dave, oh, let's attract, and he takes like a stick and knocks at the metal to attract the dinosaur, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Some dinosaur comes out now that it had heard the noise.
Yeah.
That you can see would be built up, and you could see how the characters could use it later on to distract something and get away. But no, it's literally the exact same situation they're in, and it's just repeat it.
Yeah.
Speaking of repeating it, remember how they escaped Indominus by ziplining right over it? Yeah. Yes, basically holds onto the feeding gear that holds the shark in the movie, and ziplines to the other side of the lagoon.
Yeah.
Exact same scene like this isn't like Chekhov's gun or anything, it's just repetition.
Yeah. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, they lose the tablet as well in the water.
Oh yeah,
and Roxy and Dave are like, oh no.
The tablet didn't even serve really any function. They only could check where some dinosaurs were.
I mean, the function serves as that it didn't help them, but it helped Roxy and Dave track them, although they didn't know it. Because Roxy and Dave, meanwhile, have stolen an ACU.
That was a plot point. I forgot.
Well, it's not really a plot point because it goes nowhere, so.
I love how the conclusion is, oh, we don't get a signal. Guess the kids must be dead.
Exactly. It's just...
Like, it's not like, oh shit, we've lost them. How are we gonna find them? It's like, oh god, the signal. It's gone, but... No, it must be a glitch. No, it's not a glitch. There is no signal. Okay, so the tablet was destroyed, the tablet ran out of battery or something, yeah? It could be any number of things. Why would you assume just because the tablet goes out that all of the kids are suddenly goners? Like, they don't give up, but it's just phrased in this way.
Yeah.
Because they keep up hope, I think. Because they keep searching for it.
Yeah,
they actually arrive late on at the lagoon.
Yeah, next episode. But also what we have as a result of the reused zipline scene is the zipline breaks and everyone falls. Again, just like the Indominus bit, but rather not everyone this time. Yasmina falls and breaks a leg.
Yeah.
That happens. That's all there is, really.
Well, yeah, she breaks a leg, and somewhere, I don't remember where they got it. They get like an electric kettle prod that she uses.
That's in the last episode. Episode, they find it in one of the lockers in the tunnels.
Last day of camp. So yeah, at this point, they're just sitting around, and in 2 hours, evacuation ends, and everyone has to be off the island.
Yeah.
Again, seems kind of narrow-minded, short-sighted.
Oh, I mean, that was the case. Sorry, go ahead.
Because, yeah, the majority of people is being evacuated. I guess that's the main wave, but it just comes off as this, oh yeah, I'm sure we have everyone, fuck this, yeah. We are not gonna come back at all to see if there are, like, stragglers behind.
Yeah. So they realize
timeline at this point is also kind of weird because we know the fight between Indominus and everything was like in the middle of the night, and they only had 2 hours time starting with dusk. So how exactly all of that worked and how Claire and Owen got, I don't know.
Yeah, true, because the whole Raptors versus Indominus was already pitch black.
Yeah, it was in the middle of the night, and
yeah, But
mean,
when we get the announcement in the series, it's still sunset.
yeah. I mean, I guess you could argue that Claire and Owen, everyone, they got away with like, I don't know, some left Indian people or something. Maybe, I don't know. It's weird because again,
Yeah.
there's like, it's sort of inconsistent or not clear. But it's only really a problem if you think about it too much.
Yep.
Um,
Anyway, so the kids
yeah,
realize
they take. No,
they
go on.
the kids realize that although they can't like run it in 2 hours to get to the southern docks, they can take the monorail, and I'm actually really happy about that because the monorail was horribly underused in every one of the other Jurassic World media. I love monorails, and no, there's just nothing of it, which I thought was a shame. So it's nice to see the monorail finally be used.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. It was a really nice set piece, looked great on the inside. It's a great use of something that was already established.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
Oh, Toro's back as well as they try and
Oh
get
yeah,
to the
there's like a
monorail.
secret they have to escape Toro, who keeps falling over and awkwardly crawls up the stairs.
Yeah, full on Shin Godzilla style, first one.
Yeah, Kawata-kun.
Yeah.
Well, now I have an idea what I can do for the end credits for this.
Exactly.
Uh,
Roxy and Dave arrive at the lagoon.
Yeah, they arrive just as they all leave.
Yeah.
And ironically, they have like no issue getting away from Toro.
Oh yeah.
Because nothing happens of that. Yeah, and then it becomes dark. They like talk with one another.
There's an
Ben-
impressively long. I'm scrolling through the timeline. There's like a full almost 10 minutes of them just bonding, which I'm impressed with. That it
Yeah.
slows down.
Yeah, it really slows down, and I will say it has this really first one of, oh, Ben, you're afraid of everything. Why are you here? Oh, my mom put me here because, oh, she wants me. Like, oh, you're being so blunt about him being a coward. He's
Yeah.
gonna do something brave by the end of the episode, isn't he?
Yep.
And you know, the Pteranodon attack, they find out that apparently they are attracted to light.
Because they're birds.
But birds aren't attracted to light. They aren't moths.
I think it's like shiny things, but I don't know if that's really true of all seafaring birds. I doubt that for some reason.
Yeah, I've never heard of anyone saying that like seagulls or gulls or anything would be attracted to light or something. Oh.
Yeah. So they have to try and then there's the other threat, which is that further up the track, conveniently right before the fork in the track, there is
Yeah.
destroyed monorail train.
It's actually hinted at earlier. They have like, oh, what
Yeah.
ocean bumping sound? Like, oh, what is this?
I guess one of the Pteranodon just kamikazes straight into the engine. I have no clue how could they blow up. I don't know. But yeah.
It's
So-
pandemic all over again.
Yeah. So Ben has to go. They have to go to switch the track, so they have to go to the
Yeah.
front of the train, but the door is
Yeah.
jammed, so someone has to climb up. It's only Darius and Ben who can fit through the hatch at the top, which is stupid considering it's supposed to house adults and that's an escape hatch. Like, what are all of your workers, the people developing engineers, all of them just really short and small? No,
They actually
you
have a clone army of Peter Dinklages.
Yeah. So it doesn't make sense, but anyways, Ben goes up top, climbs across, they distract the Pteranodon with the lights, and Ben saves the day by switching the train along. Which I obviously realize, the kids don't realize it yet, means they're no longer going south because they switched trains. But it takes them a while longer, since anyways they're distracted, because, well, yeah, Ben doesn't exactly make it.
Yeah, just, oh, happy moment. Ben overcame his fear and he did a brave thing, and suddenly just slow motion as a Pteranodon crashes through the monorail and just throws him out.
Yeah, I thought that was impressive. Did not expect that.
No, it caught me entirely off guard.
Yeah.
And I respect it. What I don't respect is how they continue it in the next episode.
Oh god. Yeah.
Because they have a double fake out. Oh my fucking god. So, Ben is hanging from the monorail. He's falling, and Darius just grabs him by the hand and tries to pull him up. And suddenly he slips. Think, oh my god. Now is the point. They had like a cliffhanger between it.
Yeah,
like
that's what they.
Yeah.
Tune in next time.
Yeah, so, oh my god, he slips, and you think, okay, either they're gonna do the miraculous, oh, everyone grabs and pulls him up, or he's gonna fall. And he's grabbed by Darius again, and he just pulled the same shit where he just starts slipping.
Yeah, and then what is it?
And then
like,
he just falls off.
Pteranodon grabs. It's another Pteranodon, isn't there?
Yeah. Something, I don't know.
Yeah, I think there's another Pteranodon, which I thought was stupid. Like, you already have this incredible tone shift that I commend them for with the slow motion. Stick to your guns there. It's not like the episode ending will be any less of a cliffhanger if you've got Ben falling off the train. And you're on Netflix, you don't need people to tune in next week. You've got autoplay on.
Yeah. Just really double fake is what pissing me off, because like, you have it, you hinted him falling, you rescue him, and then you just do it again, and all the time, all the while, yeah? Nobody else thinks about helping.
Yeah.
Everyone just Kenji, Sammy, both should be strong enough to help you out. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't be counting on Brooklyn or on Yasmina with her busted leg, but Kenji, you're like 20, and Sammy, you work on a farm with cattle. You two should be strong enough to just pull up little meek twig Ben over here. I probably just stand by and watch as Darius, who himself isn't exactly a big guy, struggles with it.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ben falls. We believe that he is dead. They have to jump off the monorail.
Because, like we said, it's now going north instead of south because they switched the tracks.
And they have a bit struggle, and Bumpy gets lost. And they debate, oh no, we gotta get Ben. No, Ben is dead. And again, that part I commend them on. That was, I think, done pretty well.
Yeah.
Obviously, I mean, being a cynical, jaded adult, I was pretty sure that they didn't kill Ben off, so...
Yeah. I mean, I'm scrolling through the episode now. There's also a shot in there that there's this moment where they cut away to Dave and Roxy driving along. I thought they would find Ben there. And that he would get rescued by them. But
I know I was in a voice chat when we watched this, and there were some people, oh no, Ben is definitely dead. It's a kid show. He's gonna be fine. They're gonna find him later. No, but he couldn't have survived the fall. I mean, yeah, there was a little dip between his fall and the kids jumping, but I'm pretty sure he could survive it, plot convenience. But there was a Pteranodon who dived after him immediately. And that means he's dead. Why? Just so contrived. Oh no, he must be dead. Plot armor is an amazing thing.
Yeah. Oh, they also lose Bumpy as well when all the kids jump off.
Bumpy gets lost.
We said that. Oh, okay.
Bumpy gets lost. They all try to head for docks or something. They go into the tunnels again.
Go into the tunnels, and then they wonder about the tunnels. Darius and Roxy go to the ferries, are told they have to get on the ferry, and they do, and that's the end of their story, so big whoop.
Yeah.
And in the tunnels, there's
the tunnels are all locked.
Yeah, and they're walking around, and suddenly they hear a raptor, and there's a shadow of a raptor. Whatever could this be?
It's totally not obviously a compy.
Yes, and then a compy ultimate cranks them.
Yeah, again, like, people in the voice, oh my god, it's a raptor. It's clearly a compy. It's too big to be a compy. It's a shadow. It's distorted. It's bigger than it looks like. This is such a classic trope within cinema and television. You can't seriously believe it's a raptor. Oh no, it's a baryonyx. Are you kidding me with this shit? Oh god, I swear. I'm never gonna stream for the server ever again. Anyways, yeah, it's a bunch of compies. The compies are a little bit annoying, and then Toro shows up.
Oh yeah, Toro, yay.
How he got into the tunnel, I don't fucking know.
Oh yeah, true. How the fuck do any of them get into the tunnels?
I can see the compies, yeah, because they're small.
No, but how? Because the doors are hidden, or was there one that had like? I don't know. Yeah, okay. The compies I let slide because they're small and then fuckers like get everywhere.
They're pretty much red.
Yeah.
But
Carnotaurus. Yeah. They find a
sort of wrapped in the bunker situation,
yeah.
except worse.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, they distract her. They like, oh, South Dock that way, and they find out that the South Dock that they were heading for has been welded shut after the park's construction or something.
Yeah, the exit to the South Locks, yeah.
Why? I don't know. I'm pretty sure the park still needs to get supplies somehow, but fuck it. Especially since they have a bunch of crates down there, like with medical supplies and oxygen tanks. Like, you're just gonna leave it down there to work? Like, seriously? Okay.
Yeah.
They have a fight with Turbo. They use Ben's fanny pack, which had like hand disinfectant to light the fuse.
Hand sanitizer. Which has aged brilliantly.
Hand sanitizer saves the day in a times of lockdown. This is chef's kiss. Bloody hell.
Well, they try to kill Toro with a hand sanitizer, but that doesn't work.
He actually just gets burned a lot and fucks.
No, because the hand sanitizer bit doesn't work, and then they have the fight. But they put the hand sanitizer on the rope and they try to blow him up, but then he knocks it away.
Yeah.
And then there's a big fight, and then they blow him up by throwing the cattle prod into a bunch of escaped high pressure oxygen, which scares Toro off by burning him. I'll commend them for having Toro just walk away after that, unlike say the Baryonyx from JWFK.
Yeah, but Baryonyx would have fucked him up.
Yeah.
Also, this is like the point that people start to theorize that Toro might be the demon Carno from Jurassic Kingdom. What are your opinions on that?
I genuinely don't get what is the point of the demon Carno? Isn't that just a Carno? What is the demon Carnotaurus?
It's like the one Carnotaurus that survives, and there's like a broken horn and face scars. It has no greater role in the movie, to be honest. It just has a unique design, and that's why people just really.
Okay, well, my thoughts on the matter are that I don't care.
That's fair.
Yeah, I don't care.
I think it's likely that Toro will be the demon Carno. And I know they're gonna be like, but the colors aren't the same, but the burns are gonna heal, but the scar is on the wrong side of the face. Okay, first of all, the color would change it, burns would heal. We don't really know that, to be honest. Retconning is a strong tool, especially in Jurassic World. We know they like to retcon shit, so I wouldn't be surprised if the skin and scales that grow back in place of the ones we already had would be so heavily scarred and charred that might as well be black from now on. And the scar is on the wrong side of the face. Are you fucking kidding me? Because it's the only way, because crashing into the fence is the only scar that Carno could have possibly gotten. There's a 3-year time gap between his show and Fallen Kingdom. And you're telling me that he could have gotten the second scar at any point. But yeah, I think retconning is a strong tool. I'm sure the people behind the movies know that the Demon Carno has built a small fan base at this point and has become one of the more interesting designs of the movie. So I really wouldn't be surprised if they would make Toro over time the Demon Carno. One horn is already shorter. I'm sure the other one will break eventually, maybe in season 2 through some conflict. And it's just a logical way of thinking to have like this one big bad Carno actually turn out to survive into the next movie. It just makes sense, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's very fan servicey, yeah, but it makes sense. I mean, so it is. It's a reference that will be built upon, and blah blah blah. They're gonna retcon the colors a little bit. He will stay darker, I assume. Yeah, it doesn't match up 100%. Neither does the Raptor squads, guys.
Yeah.
Or look at the design discrepancies between the original JP and Rexy in the Jurassic World movies. So yeah, you can't tell me that Demon Carno being like getting a little bit dark in the next 3 years and getting a new scar is impossible. Anyways, yeah, I think it's pretty likely. If not, then not. But I really wouldn't be surprised if this turns out to be the same Carno.
Right.
Yeah, they somehow find a way out of the South Dock, arrive at the main.
I mean,
dock.
no, that's the explosion that they cause, which also defeats.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, they get out, they get to the dock, and yeah, they are.
What?
They say they're too late to get on the ferry. They're just.
Oh yeah, you cut out there. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So.
And yeah, they are left behind on the island. They just wander around. We see Blue running around on a field. And now the Blue is in the daylight. You can clearly see how the model is much lower quality than the teaser trailer, so I was right.
Yeah.
I wasn't as right as I expected to be, but I was still right. Anyways, and then it's revealed that actually Ben and Bumpy are both alive. Because they show Ben's body, we see his hand, and Bumpy finds him. So it clearly means he's alive, even if it doesn't.
Yeah, his hand moves. Yeah.
Does it move?
It does. It does move at the end. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah.
Yeah.
Really expected, but I don't mind it. Yeah, of course not. Of course I'm not gonna kill off the kids. Yeah, I think that's it really.
Yeah. So now spoilery thoughts of the whole show that we can get into now.
Yeah, like I said, I think the characters, it's not pretty stereotypical. Yasmina and Sally remain boring the entire time. But the other characters have more growth, are more interesting. I'm pretty sure that Ben is gonna get a solo arc in season 2. Which
we
is
can discuss the season 2.
Yeah, which is definitely gonna be a more interesting exploration of his character growth than his one heroic moment that was really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank God we don't have to deal with Indominus anymore.
Yes.
I'm just hoping they don't try to force Rexy into the next season.
Oh God! Oh, we can have that.
Yeah, like we were blessed by only having a T-Rex in the opening scene in the video game. That's the only time we actually see Rex in this. It's not even Rexy really, to be honest, since it's set on Swan about to get the.
Yeah.
So yeah, God, please don't put Rexy in season 2. We need keep building on Toro. Maybe have some of the other carnivores make cameos, like I don't know, the Baryonyx. That was like, yeah.
Maybe add a new one. I mean, that would be brilliant, but.
Yeah, one that doesn't look like the one in Fallen Kingdom.
Or a new taxon as well. I would say.
Suchomimus.
Nice. You could.
Suchomimus. Yeah, it would be. I wouldn't mind.
Suchomimus, Metriacanthosaurus. You could play with any of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I would say I have higher hopes for series 2 than I think of this series. Actually.
I think at this point they have a lot more potential. They had a lot of character building out of the way, so
yeah, and they're not limited by having to stick to a film unless they decide to jump ahead to Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom for series 2.
Which isn't gonna happen.
Funny as hell.
Yeah. Again, people seem to say, "Oh, season 2. I think it's gonna take place during Fallen Kingdom." You really think the kids are gonna survive 3 years on this island with nobody searching for them?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Some people have like abysmal theories on how this is gonna continue.
Yeah. So yeah. No, I'm definitely looking forward to
use your brain. Oh yeah, definitely. I do hope they crank up the budget.
Sorry?
I do hope they crank up the budget because.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, animation wasn't that great.
I wasn't the biggest fan of the animation or art style for the show.
Yeah.
I'd say that's the
I
most
mean, the art
consistently
style we
weak thing.
can't change anymore, but at least you can make like you can make the jungle look denser and not so empty anymore.
True.
But yeah, I mean, I'm all for season 2 at this point.
Oh, agreed. Season 1, yeah, season 1 was what it was. Not, and to get back to what I said earlier, I think another reason why I'm looking forward a lot to series 2 is I don't think we'll have the issue of series 1, which is I felt there was an issue in series 1 that the showrunners wanted to do one thing with the series, producers and studio execs wanted to do another, namely, I assume the showrunners, perhaps, although who knows, wanted to do a more not serial. I get the feeling there was one camp of people making this who wanted to do this as a long-running story. And then there was another camp who wanted to make it episodic by having each episode stand in its own right, have a creature event of the week and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel they tried to do both, which is why we have the struggles of episodes 1 to 3, why we have stuff like Happy Birthday Eddie, which, although I kind of enjoyed, is really just a thing of in its own right. And then you also try to have this layered story that comes more to the front in the second half.
Yeah.
Which leads to the pacing issues, I feel, because I think there are some serious pacing issues with it.
I do believe that the first episode are also a result of them trying to set up the characters, but honestly failing at it, because honestly, characters only get really good as soon as shit happens.
Exactly.
That's when they start to develop. So they, like, episode 3 obviously tried to like make Sammy and Yasmin closer together, try to build something up. And just not handled all that well. Episode 2 tried to do like, oh yeah, Kenji and Darius. Which
was stupid because you already had
you also had like Darius and Brooklyn in episode 3, which didn't really go anywhere either.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame that. And then you could obviously have cut out stuff even during the second half, such as the Mosasaurus scene did not need to be in there. Then you could have easily trimmed out a lot of the Indominus scenes. The phone didn't need to be as much of an issue.
Tablets.
Yeah, you have the tablet. Yeah. Should have gone somewhere with Roxy and Dave. I think that was a disappointment on that front, personally, that nothing gets done with them. Focus more on Toro, but yeah, so there's a lot of comments I have.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there was also good stuff. Some of the action scenes were fine. The characters were fine. The characters had good bits. There were good characters, good moments.
Yeah, overall, I recommend it. Had its goofs, problems, but
yeah, I would agree. Although I have a lot of like criticisms, I would overall recommend it. Form your own opinion. And it's not a waste of time, I would say. The first 3 episodes drag, but it ends up building up and it's not a waste. And it's a nice addition to the Jurassic World franchise, actually, by virtue of being much better than the films.
okay,
yeah. Looking forward to a second series of this as well.
Of course, we're going to cover that as well once it's out. But that's going to be a while. Maybe we'll have our second rebrand by that time.
Yes.
We just rebrand for each season.
Oh God, no.
Anyways, I think we've said all that is left to say, so thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time. See ya.
Yeah. See ya.